Hi friends, welcome back, and today is my husband's video.
It's a hints video.
It's a hunts video today, which is exciting. How do you feel?
Tired.
Tired.
I've had allergies kicking my butt for like 2 weeks now.
You got this.
Yeah.
Alright. This video is going to be what pregnancy is like from the husband's point of view.
Yeah. Because it's always different. You know? I would say like some of the big things, quick trigger warning, some of the big things we're going to talk about are like sex and fears and like things that probably are
On the mature side.
on the mature side.
So if you have a child with you, that's up to your own discretion, but we just wanted to put that out there. Because this is going to be a very real, candid video.
Yeah.
That will not be flagged by YouTube, so don't be worried there. So, let's just start. How do you feel your life changed when we got the positive test?
At the time, I didn't think it had. I really wasn't really, I guess, worried about it. Why are you so fussy? What's up? I guess it was kind of like I already knew I was going to be a father because that's something we've talked about, something that we both wanted. And I've always been kind of the dad of my friend group. So I wouldn't say I'm the dad of my friend group anymore.
No, you're a grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so big life changes weren't really like there was nothing awe-striking about it.
Well, how do you think your life has changed now?
I would say my life has changed now, definitely, and I can see it in the case of how I just like manage myself, you know, like how much time I'm doing, or like how much time I'm spending on certain things that were maybe not as important to be spending time on, versus spending more time on things that are probably more important now. But
Yeah.
you know, and
I think that's good. So Alright, let's talk about fears. What scared you about the pregnancy itself?
so biggest fears were probably for Katie, because I don't know what it was that made me think this, but I did not think that your body could handle being pregnant. And you've told me lots of stories about dancers and how they always have problems being pregnant. And how it causes lots of health issues and all this other stuff. So I was really more so worried about you and your safety. And then I would say I was also definitely worried about losing baby, but most of my fears were, you.
Yeah.
But aside from worried about Katie, I would say my other biggest fear was being able to support a baby, because it's always a very real realization to realize you're working a minimum wage job in, this day and age. Being sole provider on meager kind of paycheck was probably the most nerve-wracking. I would say for a very long time I was worried about money.
Are you still worried about them?
Only because I'm just a paranoid person.
Yeah. We know how to live within our means, I think.
Yeah. I would say we definitely have some room for improvement still, but...
Yeah, we like eating out. Alright. Let's talk about sex.
So, I don't know where to start with this one. I would say that...
PG. 13.
Mostly... Ooh, is that your contribution? Yeah. I would say mostly the only thing that changed was, I guess, how comfortable I was with it. Because there were some days, like, the idea of it did not sit well with me. Like, in the last month before Katie gave birth, I was not comfortable with the idea of having sex at all.
We can leave it there. That's a good stopping point for that.
What?
I don't know. Like, we don't want to get too far into it. Alright, let's talk about labor prep and then labor itself. So how did you feel leading up to going into labor?
I mean, I left most of that up to you, and I felt like you knew what you were doing, more so than what I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea. I might know how to handle a baby, but I have no idea how to get to that point.
Alright. And then let's talk about when labor first started before everything kind of fell apart.
Well,
So I went into labor early morning while you were still asleep. And then when you woke up, I was already in active labor.
Yeah.
So, how did that go?
Well, I mean, it was mostly a case of just convincing you to go to the hospital, actually. That's really what the battle was. Because you didn't think you were in active labor, but you were having intense contractions, and they were getting to be like 3 minutes apart. And so I was like, we are going.
What was going through your mind through all of that?
Well, I mean, I was thinking, I was like, hey, look at that, you don't have to get induced, but...
That's true, because I was set to be induced later that evening.
Yeah, because part of the reason we went is because I wanted to get us checked in early, because they told us that we could check in halfway through the day and then leave and then come back at our scheduled times. That way it's already done and all we have to do is walk in.
Yeah.
But, so we were going to leave at that time, but I made us leave a little earlier.
Yeah. So let's talk about when we got to the hospital. Like,
I mean,
from your point of view.
everything seemed to be going fine up until it wasn't.
Yeah. So something we haven't talked about on this channel yet is that I did end up in an emergency C-section and hence could not be with me in the operating room because they had to put me fully under because I didn't have an epidural.
Yeah, because we got there while she was like 8 centimeters dilated.
So because of that, we both missed the birth of our child. I was knocked out and he was in a different room. And so how do you feel with all that?
I mean...
Because it was traumatic on my point of view, which is why we haven't really talked about it and why I haven't talked about my experience. But...
Bless you.
How'd it go?
I mean, it was mostly scary because I don't think the hospital did it very well. They definitely made it more panicky. Like, they just... I don't know. It was something about it all that was making it really, really... it made the air really, really panicky. And...
Because we got in there and they like pushed you away from the bed and there were like 10 nurses.
Yeah. But that was just when they were, actually taking you out.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it was like... I don't know. It was just... I guess I was scared. I was, I guess a little nervous, a little anxious about it. What? What are you doing? Yeah. But, at the same time, I guess I can't say I'm sad I missed the actual delivery, because I don't handle blood very well. I don't handle most gore very well, actually. So...
Do you think if I hadn't had a C-section, I would have been able to do it with no pain meds?
Oh, absolutely. You were 8 centimeters dilated. You were literally, in the home stretch. And they were like, nope.
Yep, that's because someone could not tolerate labor.
Yep. Because you were bouncing on something you shouldn't have. Or something. We don't actually know what was wrong.
Yeah.
They never found out. But my guess is he was gripping his umbilical cord. He's got a little death grip in his left hand here when he wants to, and it just does not let go.
Let's talk about postpartum.
So I would say postpartum, the big thing is probably,
Baby blues.
baby blues. I say we were supposed to not go anywhere for 2 weeks, or for what was it, 6 weeks after he was born. But then after 2 weeks, it was just so bad that we started taking Katie and baby out. And I mean, honestly, was I that worried about it at 2 weeks anyways? No. I guess I believe that he was a healthy baby when he was born, so there's no reason he's not going to be healthy. And as long as we're not letting everybody touch him and do all that, then he'll be just fine.
What was your favorite part of the pregnancy?
Favorite part of pregnancy?
Yeah.
I guess getting to feel him move, because it was very real. It was like, whoa.
The first time I saw my birthday.
Mhm.
Yeah, at Disneyland. Well, after Disneyland.
Yeah.
How about your least favorite part?
Definitely when the insurance stopped working with the hospital.
Yeah, that was
was fun.
stressful.
But now they are. So
Yes,
yay!
back to normal.
Back to normal. Thank goodness.
What did you notice about my nesting face?
I'm gonna say you really had one. I know you said that you really got a lot of plants, but you didn't really get a lot of plants. You definitely took the one plant we had and cut it up, put it in other plants, and turned it into other plants.
We have 9 indoor plants.
Good grief! I had not realized.
Yeah. Plus all my ones outside.
I mean, it was fun making the nursery. I enjoyed everything except those freaking leaves.
Yeah, you got really mad. What advice do you have to people?
Advice for
For-
soon-to-be dads or brand new dads? 3 things. Your girl
Right there.
always comes first. If there is something she needs, you should listen, because there's a good chance she's done the research. Second thing, you are just as valued in the process. I didn't say anything about it while we were talking about it, but I have been told by my wife that my support was valued and was appreciated and was needed. And I guess sometimes us fathers forget that. So,
Especially because so many people focus on only the mom.
yeah. Because I mean, everybody spends all their time talking to mom because mom has the baby
Mm-hmm.
and dad's just there.
That's why we did a co-ed shower.
Yeah.
It was because both of our lives were changing.
But so, yeah. Remember, dads. That's 50% you. In my case, this is 75% me. So
True. I got no credit.
Yeah. And the third thing is manage your time now. Because early on, I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. But then I realized, I was like, no. I need to make time to both be a husband, be a father, have a job, and in my case, go to school. It's manage your time, because if you don't manage your time and you just let everything kind of crumble into the chaos that you feel like it will become, or you feel like is coming, if you manage your time now, you will find less chaos. you will find yourself in less chaos.
Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more hens content, because there's going to be more videos, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Toodles.
So you get to look cool like that. They're a little big, huh, bud?